Hello, governors. I'm just kidding. Hey, fuckers. How's it going? Welcome to the second Buns stream. On this one, we're going to have a lot of really good stuff. We changed the format a little bit. But essentially, in this episode, we're going to have some pretty cool stuff like me begging to be in the Alliance, Death Squad gets amnesia, and then apparently I told the 666 clan to go fuck themselves. So stay tuned. That's coming right up. All right, welcome back. So it's quite a bit, right? The first video was received pretty well. I thought overall it was pretty good. We talked about some good stuff. Overall it's not so bad. This week I wanted to add a couple little pieces. You gotta try some stuff out, see how it goes, see what's good, see what's not. So the first thing that I noticed is after my very first stream, I got a lot of mail. I mean, a lot of people were telling me, either good job or they hated it, or just basically go fuck myself, which is fine. So what we want to do is I think I'm going to start like a weekly segment where people who send me mail, I'm just going to read it out and kind of respond. So we're going to call it the mailbag segment. So here we go. Let's see who our first question is. Hey Buns, I have a question. Is there anyone you truly hate? No, not really. I mean, the only person I really like to truly punch in the face is that guy Kai that you saw from the little clip. So back in KVK2, we were allied with 1122, and I don't remember that shitbag kingdom that 666 Alliance was in, but anyway, they had a king named Kai, and this guy was like, he was like scared to fight always. He's like a Chinese American dude. It was just a weird relationship. What he did would he would come down with like 2 or 3 troops. He would attack a couple of like our enemies' empty flags, and then they would be like, "Oh, we're going to sleep," even if it had only been like 20-30 minutes. One point they asked us to defend a fortress for them so that they could come help us fight. So we fought for like 5 hours defending this thing. And then as soon as we went to bed, we were like, "Hey, okay, you guys got to hold for just a little bit." They immediately just pulled the fort and moved. So he just kind of kept doing this, making excuses. At one point, he sent some messages to like 1122 saying, "Hey, you're Chinese, I'm Chinese, so why don't we just kick the dirty Americans out?" And they did. They actually, well, not 1122, but the 666 group, they actually tried to block us from coming up the pass, and we were allies. So, we did what you would naturally expect. We burnt them all the way back to their zone 4, laughed, called them a few names, pretty good stuff. So that's a good story. I guess that answers if there's anybody I truly hate, which is no. So some pretty cool news. Today I happened to be browsing the YouTube, and I noticed that old Chisgull, he had posted some videos. I thought, you know what, I need to see how these real good YouTubers are doing this. So he had posted a video about King Talib, and I don't know, like it's kind of ironic because these guys post a video about one topic, but they don't really spend that much time on the topic. I think he did like a half the video on like being afraid of Talib, like killing him, and he tried to parlay that into like adding some blue equipment onto his Charles Martel. And then he went off and like started opening gold keys or something. I mean, it was just weird, right? So it really was kind of infuriating because it's like clickbait. It's like when you click that image and it's like a hot girl and you're like, oh man, this is gonna be great. Like it's a super hot girl, but then what it actually is it's like some fucking lady boy with like his testicles tucked down like underneath. That's kind of what it is. It's like being rickrolled. So, um, I remember I just sat back in my chair and I was like, you know what a fuck face this guy is. So, it kind of brought me to my new thing. So another thing that I'm gonna add is, the weekly, the fuck face of the week, and none other than this week. I think it's this guy. I mean, he has to be right. Like, I mean, one, he just looks kind of douchey, um, and then he does a whole video where he zeroed a player with a lot of money, and now the player's rebuilding his troops, and he's very scared he's going to come zero him back. I mean, kind of falls under the no shit, right? Like, if you're going to go zero a guy with like a millionaire, I mean, chances are when he logs back on, he's probably going to come after you, I mean, so this week, I think Chisgle's going to be our fuck face of the week. He definitely looks like it. His videos are bullshit. Like, I mean, he might as well just be sucking it straight from Lilith. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he doesn't help any players at this point. So, and that really, I don't know. It was like very interesting that kind of happened. So, we started talking. I had a good conversation with some people, and we just started saying like, hey, you know what? All this advice you get from YouTubers and stuff, like, how does it stack up? And some are better than others. Like, I think Dragothian is a pretty smart player. He's a little whiny. Chisgle's just all over the map, and Roni, like, until, like, I don't know, this KVK, he just ran out with 5 Cav marches, including Pelagius, so, I don't know, I'm pretty sure he just does a lot of drugs. But I like that kid, Last Swagger, mainly because I troll the shit out of him on his YouTube channel, and he always responds. I mean, you gotta have a little bit of, you gotta have a little bit of gumption to do that, so I'm pretty proud of him. I like him. I like that kid Shinchi. I don't necessarily watch any of his videos. Matter of fact, I don't know that I've ever watched any of his videos, but he's reached out to me a couple times on like Discord, and he's a pretty nice guy. I think he said he like sells medical equipment, and I mean, probably pretty fucking important during COVID, don't you think? So, I mean, hey, good for you. So anyway, moving right along, big ruins fight happened tonight. The remnants are still hanging out. I'm actually hanging out here by the Kingdom 93 pass, mainly because Supa passed me. I missed like 40-50 minutes of the ruins today because I had to go do actual real life shit right in the middle of the day, which really sucks. But it is what it is. I still got to make money in some form or fashion, and I ran out of lube, so given the hand jobs on the corner, like, nobody wants a dry hand job. So, it is what it is. So anyway, I ended up still coming in like 8th. So, not so bad, I kicked some ass. All my reports were pretty cool, and I'll show you one of those, or a couple of those. There was some interesting stuff. But then I noticed, just a little bit ago, I had dropped from 8th to 9th. And I wondered why. It's because this fucker right here. And he just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And so I was like, hey, what's this fucking guy doing, right? Like, he's going for number 1, and that's what he says. So I noticed he was down here hanging out by the 93 pass. So I came down here. And of course, the minute I get here, him and, I don't know, whatever the 93 guy had worked out, the 93 guy left. So, I went in to chat, and I tried to ask 93 to come fight, but no dice right now. I guess they're saving resources. I'm told that they're like only allowed to train T4 troops now, which, I mean, just that's fucking weird. For a whole lot of reasons. Like, one, the base stats on T5 with all this equipment we've got, I mean, they really crush, I mean, like, really crush. I think, let me go here. I got like 4 million reports. But anyway, a couple that I added, where I just wanted to kind of see some stuff and and see what happened. And a couple of these, I got my ass kicked on. I had some pretty shitty combinations, but yeah, I got bored. I had to try some stuff out. But this one in particular is pretty interesting because 93 is using a shitload of T4, right? So it's not really that close. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see this here, but this is not close. So I don't know, maybe someone that's smarter than me or a mathematician, like, my new Lost Kingdom chat only girlfriend, Angelic K, like, she's a mathematician, so she can probably do the math here and, like, give us, like, some of these healing stats. Like, mine were all T5, of course, because I don't have any fucking T4, because, I spent all this money to get T5s. Why the fuck am I going to do T4? But this guy, who, I mean, I don't know what combination this is. This is like the barbarian damage combination or something. It's like that Fernando guy that ran out the other day. But I mean, this one's, let's just be honest, this is a mildly retarded. Like, I mean, I know most people like try to pretend to be like, oh no, it's not that bad. Like, don't talk shit about other players. But this is pretty shitty. Like, that's his combo. And he lost like 81,000 troops in this exchange. I mean, he literally, this sucked for him. I don't know what his killing ability is, but my 6,000 is not very much. You kind of keep going down, and it's, some of them are better than others. I guess I just hit him with some AoE. And then Lion King, of course, who, I think we had a conversation about his nipples last time. Like, he came in, and I'll be honest, like, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect to see him using T4. He's a really good player, too, so it's not like, he's obviously got a strategy here, or somebody does. I mean, I think some guy named Silent Flow is in charge of the kingdom now, but, I don't know. Their goal seems to be, and they've kind of told me that their goal is to get out of Imperium. And, like I said, like, okay, that's great. Like, this KVK will probably do it because, I mean, it's going to be fucking brutal. But if you're training like 10 times more T4 because they train faster, you're still going to have like the same power. I mean, it's not like his power is significantly reduced. But, it just kind of went like this. And I really only used Sun Tzu because I had... I think I had Tamaris out with somebody else waiting by the pass to come in. I'm not sure now. But, I mean, even some of their T5 didn't fare too well. I mean, this is what they do. They kind of stack these Richard YSGs in a ball. And so what they do is they just set in place. They don't attack right. And what happens is you go marching in, you hit them with AoE, and then it, like, procs, like, all their guys AoE. So, like, at some point, they're not actually attacking, but they're just launching all this AoE. So if you're just standing there, I mean, it wipes you the fuck out. It's pretty serious. Like, it's a pretty smart strategy. But what I've been doing is just basically doing the same thing, but in reverse. I just park on the outer edge and then let their AoE proc none. Or if I see somebody that really isn't moving very much, then I attack him and kind of set there stagnant. So, I mean, this one was overall pretty good report. And Alex and Sun Tzu work pretty well together. If you're a T4 player only, or you're like a free to play, Sun Tzu should definitely be one of the first things you max out. I mean, like Sun Tzu, Joan, they're just fantastic. I mean, they're just, the buffs, and with Sun Tzu, with his AoE and, his skill damage, like, you can pair Sun Tzu with quite a bit of people, including other skill damage commanders. So, it helps a pretty good bit. I think that was about it. Oh, yeah, I think this guy ran up, and I mean, he was T5 too, so it's whatever. And then what I tried to do is on our last Ruins fight, back on the 18th, I had saved a bunch of reports just to kind of go through the same way, right? So, you wouldn't anticipate normally seeing, I don't know, Cav just destroy infantry, but in this case, again, we're talking about a T4 player, so I don't know what the math comes out to be on, a lot of this healing. Uh-oh. It looks like maybe I've got somebody. Nope, I don't guess he is bringing Lancelot out to play, so, it is what it is. But it was a pretty good fight. So in order to make fun of stuff, I have to make fun of myself. So during our ruins fight, we had kind of the same thing. We did like up in the northern ruins, Snow created a ball, and then we also created like a 1008, a boobs ball down below. Um, and then we mostly just fought in the south because I don't think 93 sent shit up there. I don't know if they're just trying to save their resources or they just don't have the people or what. But it was pretty surprising now. Like two ruins in a row, they've been. I mean, they really hadn't shown up very much. Not like you would expect a kingdom the size of 93 with like 4 or 5 like 8 to 10 billion power alliances. So probably concerning. I mean, I'm guessing internally either they've got some kind of dastardly master plan, or they're they're probably shitting bricks to be honest. Because I mean, just a pure numbers game, they should be significantly larger than us. But it is what it is. Um, but anyway, that said, I was fighting down in the South Ruins, and I was also working. I was doing my real job. So I did not notice any markers or anybody calling out that we needed to move out of the ruins so Snow could capture it. So, after, I don't know, I just fucking ignored them for like 20 minutes. I guess they gave the command to attack, so they did. They attacked and killed my ass. Like, killed my ass. And let me just say, I threw a huge fucking fit. Like, I went full on baby back bitch mode. Like, I cussed and raved. I think I called someone on my own team a dipshit. Like, it was bad. Like, it was, it's pretty shitty. Like, probably shouldn't have. But, it's been a long day. Bad shit, I needed a bourbon and I didn't get it. So, it's what it is. I don't guess 93 really even cares anymore. I mean, Fergie here. Maybe if I scout Fergie will come to me. Come, Fergie. Come to Butthead. I really need those KE points. But anyway, another thing I want to add kind of here, before we kick it off, I definitely don't want to do another 30 minutes because it's like, do you really want to fucking hear me for 30 minutes? Probably not, but I do want to give a couple shout outs. I want to give shout out to Wardnick and to El Nino Leon. Today we created some merchandise. Mainly just, because someone said, hey, you should create some like free Alex merchandise. I'd totally buy that shit. So I did, I mean, I thought, well, fuck it. Like, if you want the shit, like, here. So, like, the way it works is in Streamlabs, they give you your own little website, buy your domain, whatever. And that's the program I'm using to stream. They also let you set up like a merchandise shop, which is, I mean, it's pretty cool, but they kind of charge like some shitty prices. It'd be like $23 for a t-shirt or something, or like a hoodie. And so they have this little bar you can drag across, and it's basically like, how much extra profit do you want to make off of this, right? So I think it starts you out at like $5 or $7. And I just drug all of them down to $1, which was, the only thing you could, because it said it also charges like PayPal fees. And I was like, well, if I put it on 0, it's going to, like, I'm actually going to owe money on every purchase someone makes, which, I mean, I make a decent amount of money, but I mean, I got that 6-figure productivity for sure, but I still don't want to pay for somebody else's shit, right? So I set them all on $1, and I think like Wardnick he probably bought like 60-70 bucks worth. I mean, he posted it in like the 100 million chats, so it's not like it's a secret or anything. I made 93 cents on it, or 39 cents maybe. No. 3 cents. It was 3 cents. So if I can, I will pull this up and see if I can show you guys, just because this is kind of funny. This honestly is the kind of shit that you want to know, right? Like, if you're thinking like, hey, you know what? This Buns guy makes this shit look so easy, and if this retard can do it, anybody can fucking do it, right? So, let me add a source here. Let me add my little, where is it at? Okay. And now let me make it visible. All right, so as you can see here, and this is pretty funny, let me try to make that a little bigger because that just really sucks. Okay, so yeah, he named himself Buns Groupie, but whatever, that's cool. As you can see though, made a pretty good purchase. He bought a free Alex hoodie and a 6-figure productivity shirt. I made 3 cents off of it, so I think what I need, especially from the community, is I need to figure out how to spend this quantity of wealth that I've suddenly come into. I don't know how much El Nino bought, but for me to make $2.46, I mean, he probably just cleared out the store, so there's probably not any shit for any of you guys. So I wouldn't even fucking worry about it. But whatever. But anyway, I think if you guys can give me some feedback, what the fuck can I buy for $2.49 that I now have? And any answer will do. I mean, I think tonight there was a good conversation in which some people said that if I go to Thailand, I can potentially buy a street hooker, for $2.49. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That's your money going a long way. So, all right. So, what's next before I get off here? Oh, I had one other new thing planned that I'm testing out. So, I want to call it Rock News. This is news from all around rock, but I wanted to keep it real simple for a second broadcast. Just because who the fuck knows who some of these people are? Like now, I have people like saying like, "Hey, come check out server 1845." I'm like, look, bro, I got like a tiny account in 1822, and I haven't logged on in like 7 days, so I'm not coming to check out 1845. I don't give a shit about your Mina MGE now that they're doing that. Like, who cares? So that's truth. But anyway, I did find some very, very interesting rock news. The first comes from 100 million chat, and this is from Black Frosty Widow. And she came flying in and essentially said, this huge achievement. And she said she could never reach this once in the lifetime of this game. So it felt so good. So, when I saw that, I thought, holy fuck, like she's did something amazing, like truly amazing. She said, 24 days to go, all this stuff. I'm like, man, this gotta be fucking killer. Like, let me see what achievement she did. Maybe she's on the server with like some event that the rest of us somehow don't have. But anyway, so I clicked on the image. It's the fucking honor roll points for killing barbarians. And I think like 45 seconds later, she had already moved down to number 2. So, I mean, what do you say to that, really? I mean, that's congratulations, of course. I mean, you obviously did a really good job. I mean, hitting first with, like, you got 24 days left. I mean, so if you just keep up this fucking staggering pace where you're probably using 10,000 AP a day, then, I mean, you should relatively finish high. I mean, one thing I will not tell you though, if you know her, and she is actually a pretty cool chick. One thing that, oh shit, never mind, I gotta get off of this. Somebody took the bait. Somebody is here. Let's kill this motherfucker. He probably got T4 too. Little bastard. Do I have all my good stuff? Yes. I don't have any runes, but I don't think I really need it for this. Do you? I don't. No, not really. So, we'll see how it goes. We'll kind of talk. Let's see who Lagstake is, who this guy is. I mean, he's got to be pretty close if he's attacking me, right? Surely he's not like, marching from like 4 miles away. Where is Lagstake? Does anybody know what a Lagstake is? I mean, I eat a lot of fucking steak. I mean, that's how I got fat from my 6-pack abs, from the army to now. But I don't know a Lagstake. Maybe that's like a play on like lag for the game. It's hard to say though. Is coking? I think that one's supposed to be is cooking, or they just do a lot of coke. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, look, like I think that's like one of the old like, yeah, like the opium. Okay, okay. So I like that. It's a man with a who knows. Here we go. Here's lag steak. All right, so lag steak. I mean, he really don't care enough to even put a real profile picture. So I kind of respect that. I mean, he's just like, hey, fuck it. Like, I don't have any kills. You know, like I don't know. Let's see. Holy shit, he doesn't have any deaths either. All right, well, I mean, I bet he left this open too so we could see it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What in the blue? So he just hit me with Charles, but Charles isn't even on his commander buff list. You're already in the running, buddy, for like fuckface of the week for next week. I just gotta remember this. I gotta remember this. All right. Well, let's go back over here. Oh shit, he took off. He literally took off. All right, let's see how we went. All right. Well, I mean, it's T4, and it wasn't really that bad of an exchange for him. He obviously had, I mean, he had popped expansion. So here's another one. So he popped, maybe this is just a bug again, because this happened before. But if he popped like a 25% expansion, it should have started with 260,000. So if he marched out with 239, that'd be pretty weird. I mean, I fought a guy a little bit ago, so that's how I ended up, I think, with 301 starting out. Let's see here. Oh, no, he went with 250, which, I mean, somebody correct me here, but isn't the 25% expansion 260? I mean, this guy just maybe just be retarded. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe just one of those, like, he may be 93s, like, special needs higher or something. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure what he was doing there. But anyway, I'll just sit here and see if they come back out. You guys don't have to sit here because I promised I would keep it like ish 30 below minutes, and here we are. But is there anything else that I need to give you guys? Oh, you know what? I know how them YouTubers are. Like, surely, they got all those gold keys and shit. Like, do I have any? No, I don't. I don't have any gold keys. I mean, I don't, because they're like crack to me. I fucking pop them as soon as I get them, right? Like, I can't help it. So here, in the essence, is tribute to the great Chisgul, we'll open a silver key. That's how you'll have to suffice it. Oh, and tonight I did, and I've got to dig through the reports because the ruins just ended like a couple hours ago. But I did dig through, and I moved this guy up to this. I'm tempted to like max him out, or I was going to, but I kind of want to wait on the third wheel and see how far I get, because then I can do maybe a little bit more on Chandra. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it looks. So anyway, for the second Buns cast, I think that's it. Oh, holy shit. Hold on. There is something I got to figure out how to get. Well, I don't have it, but I saved it and I sent it. Actually, I do have it. This is going to be, you guys aren't going to believe this shit. This is like absolutely staggering. I'm going to have to show you guys a secret chat though, right? So like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the rest of the big dick plumbers. I know this is like not really what you're supposed to do, but I got to get that picture of Hattie, or KillerWolf as you guys know him. I got to get that picture of him. He ran out again with Aethl and Barca. I know when I told that story last time, you guys thought he's full of shit. He's just making this up for content. But he did this shit again. Again. I don't know what that report looked like. I hope he shows it to us because, I mean, he's fighting a Guan there. There's no combination of these two that beats a Guan, right? Like it just, I mean, maybe because Leto there is like very, very low. But as soon as I saw this proc, I was like, this motherfucker, he did this shit again. He did it again. So it just absolutely. Now I do like this guy, Throat Stuffer. The one thing I'll say though is if you're going to do a name like that, you got to spell it correctly. Like if you're going to be, it's like Big Dick Plumbers. Like if you want to be a member of the Big Dick Plumbers, you can't leave off the F in like Stuffer. It's like Throat Stuffer. I mean that's it. I mean they do have some pretty cool names. I will give 93 this. They have much better names than we do. Like, KillerWolf sounds like a badass. Buns of Steel, I just sound retarded. But they got Psychos on meth. And they got a Trope. And they got a Throat Stuffer. It's hard to compete with that shit. On the next video, what I've kind of got planned is I'm going to add some more male stuff. But I also want to talk a little bit about migration because one thing that I think I got like multiple questions on was migration. And it was really around, should you migrate? Should you not? Like how to find a good kingdom. And, I'm a KVK whore. Like, I think this is like my 14th KVK. And we got a guy on the team, Sandals, who's like, I mean, he's like really a brain surgeon. Like, I'm pretty sure that's his actual job. I know he's a surgeon, but I don't know. I mean, he could be like a penis doctor, like Jeb is a gynecologist. I don't really know. But he's been in like 20 like KVKs. The dude has like 7 accounts. He gives away T5 accounts to his kids and stuff. I mean, I've offered to like let him adopt me, suck his dick maybe. Like, I don't know, like if he just wants to throw some T5 accounts this way, like there's a lot of shit on the table there. But anyway, between all of us, there's probably like, God, if you take like just 4 or 5 people in my alliance, there's probably like 40 KVKs between us, right? And so we've seen a lot of different kingdoms. And I'll tell you right now, like I've been all over. And there's a couple kingdoms that I've recently kind of seen that I don't think you should sleep on. One of them is obviously Swagger's Kingdom, 1623. They're pretty big. Like they've got a lot of people and they're very, very active. And in a new kingdom like that, what ends up happening is you have a lot of old players moving up, and then you have a lot of new players. Now, a lot of the old players move up for various reasons, right? Like some are free to play, and they just want to like finish off some old commanders. Some are pay to win players, and they just want to dominate and feel like, I'm like way cooler than you because the day like a commander releases, I've had him maxed for like a year. I don't really understand that mindset, but it is what it is. But 1623 is pretty big. 1597, they fought like extremely hard. And the kingdom I actually joined with one of my alts, 1612. There's a guy there. I think he's down in like 1278 right now trying to get some commanders before he heads back. But his name's Foo, Phoo. So maybe it's Foe. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm a redneck from Georgia. Like, asking me to pronounce Asian names, you might as well just fucking. It's not gonna happen, right? Like, I'm just gonna call you whatever. Like, don't be offended because it's mostly because I can't read, or speak proper English. It just is what it is. But anyway, this guy Foo, he's pretty legit, man. Like, I got there and he was like 100 million power. And he powered up to like 300 million. The dude's like a monster. And then his like farm account that he like lets his cousin or whatever play, fucker powered that thing up to like 120 million. Like his farm's as big as my biggest account. So I think they're going to do really good if they can recruit. Another kingdom I was in, or that I'm actually still in with an account that I haven't looked at in like weeks, 1822. They got a lot of really nice players, but I mean, I love like 10 or maybe 15 of the people from there. Like, truly love them. So it kind of hurts me to say this, but don't go there. Like, don't go there. There's like the main alliance. The minute they started getting crushed in KVK, they just stopped responding. It's kind of like they just like put a paper bag over their head and we're like, if we don't see this shit, it's not happening. So like the second main alliance, the one I was in, they basically had to take over and run everything. And the diplomacy was so fucking bad. They ended up with like a 6-on-2. And I don't mean because it was like JWM scared as fuck to face 93 back in the day. It was just because like literally they pissed everyone off. Like, and so a couple of the players have already come down to 1177 with me. A lot of them are staying there, but they just need wholesale leadership. And the other day, I just, I happened to be creeping on the Discord, and essentially I said, look, unless those guys that are currently in charge have a dramatic shift or someone else takes over, you're just going to struggle. And they did not want to do that. So obviously I'm going to pull my little farm out at some point, and I assume a lot of others will too. I know that my alliance there, they kind of said that they were thinking of migrating. So I know, don't join there. Where else? Where else is really shitty? Wherever that fucking Kai guy is, let me just bring that back up. I don't know who this fucking guy is, but tell Kai, everyone who sees this, go find Kai. I don't know where he's at, but just tell him to go fuck himself, please. Like, if you don't really do anything else, just do that. So, I think that's a wrap. So until next time, you fuckers, like, enjoy. Buy some merchandise if you want me to, like, pick you up a Happy Meal or some shit. I don't know. Other than that, oh, what the fuck? Did that guy come kill me? I bet he did. They did. They killed me. Those sons of bitches. Lagstake and his T4 wiped me out. But he still brought back 250. Why is he doing 250? Does his slider bar not work? Okay, so next time I'm going to get down to the real answers for this. Like, why is your expansion not 260 if mine is? Deuces, mooses.